I the asshole for keeping my name change a secret for 5 years? So, my 26 female parents decided to name my sister and I after American states. I have permission to share her name, Arizona, and I was called Pennsylvania at birth. Yeah, my parents are weird. I guess they thought geographical names were cool, but I think there's a huge difference between calling your child Arizona or Dakota or Paris versus Pennsylvania. They're massive Republicans and America lovers, so maybe they wanted to be patriotic. For as long as I can remember, everyone has called me Pen or Penny. My parents insisted that everyone was to call me by my full name, but most people could see how ridiculous my parents are. My sister, 28 female, didn't struggle as much with her name since Arizona just sounds better than Pennsylvania. And the Grey's Anatomy character Arizona Robbins made the name seem quite cool as we got older. I was mocked and teased as a child in elementary school because of my parents' insistence on my full name. They would literally berate my teachers for letting me write Penny on my workbooks. When I was 21, I got my name legally changed to Penelope. Most people I met in college had assumed that I went by Penny as a nickname for Penelope. Even my boyfriend's mother called me Penelope because I was too embarrassed to tell her that Penny was short for Pennsylvania. I kept it a secret from my parents and close family because I knew my parents would go mental and accuse me of disrespecting their choice. I'm getting married this summer to my lovely boyfriend Tom, 31 male. And, as you all know, you have to say your full name in your wedding ceremony when doing your vows. I knew I had to fess up about the name change because the alternative would be hoping they kept quiet when they hear me say I, Penelope, instead of I, Pennsylvania. I invited them over to my home and I tried to tell them in a really calm way that I changed my name, but they freaked out. They said I was disrespectful, was calling their choice dumb, etc. They're now refusing to attend the wedding. I know I'm not the asshole for changing my name, but my parents were particularly pissed off about how I kept it hidden for 5 years before telling them. Most people I know agree with them. They think that I should have had the courage to be honest with them years ago so they would have had time to get used to it, instead of me dropping the news on them 2 months before my wedding and causing all this drama. A few other family members have dropped out, and my poor sister, who is maid of honor, is having a nightmare with this. My parents believe they had the right to know much earlier. So my parents think I'm the asshole for keeping this a secret. Am I the asshole? I know I could ask the officiant or priest to say Penny instead of Penelope, but I don't want to hide my real name on my wedding day. Okay, so here's my 2 cents. I have a question. How come none of your relatives are appalled that your parents care more about a dumb name than the actual child? Like, are you kidding me? Here's the easy part. Those that side with your parents don't get a wedding invite. The only people who will be present are the people who love you and support you. I mean, people who think that they have more to say than you do over your own freaking name and all the emotions and things you have been through and that are directly associated with it are not the sort of people who you want at your wedding. So just think about it. I mean, they will make it about your name and ultimately how it affects them. Now, this day is about you, not them. You only get one wedding, right? I mean, they can leave in the general direction of fuck and never return. Seriously, great way to select against people who won't enrich your married life. Kind of like a trash takes itself out situation, to be honest. I mean, I agree with you. I also want to point out that had they as parents truly cared, they would have investigated if this name was causing you trauma growing up. Parents should be able to name a kid anything, but once they are fully living their lives and are having these terrible experiences and actually don't like their name, then as a parent, they should have owned up to making your life harder. Fix it or not. I mean, be mad that you didn't have the relationship with them where you felt comfortable telling them until the last minute. Okay, so Opie said growing up, no one got away with calling her by the nickname. She knew the parents would react badly. I don't blame her. I mean, her parents have not thought this through, clearly. You don't name a child after things you love with the expectation that they will also love it the same way. They are separate beings from you. They'll not always have the same attitude with this name that you do. I mean, they are failing to see their own faults as parents and just further adding the hole that they dug. You can be upset with your kid and still attend their wedding. The point is to fix communication, not add to it. I couldn't agree with you more. You are so correct. My boyfriend was christened Shannon when he was born. No middle name. When he started school, he was constantly bullied that he had a girl's name. This was 1973, before co-ed names became a thing. So he changed schools only for the bullying to continue. Finally, he asked his parents in grade 4 if he could change his name to simply Tim. They agreed, got all paperwork, as in aka Tim. Problem solved. He can use either name, but all his identification is in Tim. Only his birth certificate is in Shannon. Now he's a middle-aged man and Shannon doesn't bother him, but everyone calls him Tim. Just commenting that his parents loved the name Shannon but also cared enough to recognize he was being bullied and they needed to do something to help their son. So that's my 2 cents, that's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed and please stay tuned for the next juicy story.